This is, ouch. This is what I look like before after by Anna Todd. What the fuck was that? This guy kept the bloody sheets. Why would you do that? Oh my god. Just finished this catastrophe of words on paper. Because I'm not calling that a book. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Maddie. If you're new here, I hope your day is going well. And if it looks like I gave zero fucks about this video, it's because I do. So let's go ahead and dive into it, shall we? As you can probably tell from the title, we are going to be talking about After by Anna Todd. This is like 600 pages. What the fuck is wrong with me? And why do I do this to myself? Oh yeah, content. So I'm gonna make a rule now, guys, and it's not even gonna be a rule, it's gonna be a fucking law. I'm gonna get this law written into effect somehow. And that law is going to be, if you do not live in Washington State and you are writing fan fiction in Washington State, you are legally not allowed to do that anymore, okay? So After by Anna Todd is set at Washington Central University. And I don't know if you know what Washington Central University looks like, but it's set in a tiny ass town called Ellensburg. And not once in this 600-page monster do we ever hear or reference the name of the town that this book is actually taking place in. Not once. Not a single fucking time. And I would like to clarify, Ellensburg does not look like a metropolis. It is not a big city. It looks a lot like this. I'm not shitting you. It's basically a truck stop with a university. So, fanfiction writers out there, I need you to understand this. Do not write a book in Washington and post it online without trying to do just like a quick Google check for what you're actually writing about. Because if you write about, like reference a high school that doesn't even fucking exist, people notice and get upset. Like, we haven't even touched what's actually wrong with this book, but I'm mad about this right now, and we're gonna talk about it, okay? Also, another thing, they go skinny dipping in this book at some point in fall in Washington, and I quote, "Water is warm against my hot skin," or some shit like that. And no, every lake in Washington during fall time, actually during pretty much any time in Washington, is freezing cold. You are never going to go skinny dipping in Washington and not feel like you are about to die. Okay? It's just not how it works, okay? Especially during fall. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Now, on top of all of that we've already covered, this book promotes unhealthy relationships, abuse, cheating, slut-shaming, fat-shaming, a list of long, I'm sure people have covered all of the bad shit that has gone into this book. But this book still has like a 39% 5-star rating on Goodreads, and I just don't understand why. So I'm gonna break down kind of what I have read from the book, and then we're gonna like do a little bit of a deep dive into trying to figure out why this book is popular, even though it's not good. It's not good, like, at all. 50 Shades is better than this book. I'm gonna be quite real with you. I read 50 Shades a while ago, but I honestly think that the way that book was constructed had more of a narrative plot and more of a purpose than this book did. Like, this book was just, oh look, we're screaming at each other for no reason, and then we started making out again. What? Okay, so I'm assuming you know what After is about, otherwise you're really fucking confused, and I don't know how you've made it through most of the video so far. So we've got Hardin and we've got Tess. Tess is the main character, and she is going to college, and she's never seen the outside world before for some reason. I don't really understand what happened in her childhood to make her so sheltered, but in all honesty, Tess has had a very strange and very sheltered life. So when she goes to college, she meets Hardin and kind of his group of friends, and they all have tattoos and seem to have a lot of money for college students to get those tattoos, but she basically flips because she doesn't know what a tattoo is or something like that because she's sheltered. I don't really know. So we have these two characters that are completely two-dimensional. They have no emotional gravity whatsoever, and this book is basically trying to say that they have the complexity to the level of the classic Wuthering Heights, and it's just blasphemous and sacrilegious to even make that comparison in my personal opinion. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just flip through the book and just read you some random passages, because otherwise we're gonna be here all damn day, and I don't wanna be here all damn day. Okay, so the first one that I posted on Twitter was,
You are so pathetic. Don't you see that I don't want you here? I don't want you to be here for me. Just because I messed around with you doesn't mean I want anything to do with you. Yet here you are leaving your nice boyfriend who can actually stand to be around you to come here and try to help me. That, Teresa, is the definition of pathetic.
and then like 4 lines down, he's like, where are you going? Away from you, fuckhead? What the fuck do you think I'm going?
We aren't that different. We like the same things. We both love books, for example.
Oh yeah, that makes up for all of the abuse. Cool.
I don't know why no one has fucked you yet. All that planning you do must help you put up a really good resistance.
He says, and I gulp. I've never really had to resist anyone. Weird. She's never been raped before. Wow. Interesting. These two are such terrible fucking people. I just don't grasp the concept of why we like them. Why? Can someone please explain? I do not get it. I don't understand why this relationship has thousands of fans. I do not get it. Oh, a good part when Tessa's actually being a dickhead. So there's several instances where Tessa basically makes really snide comments about mental illness and accuses Hardin of being bipolar several times, and that's just fucked up. They kind of just fucking deserve each other, like, is what I'm saying. Like, honestly, no one deserves to be in an abusive relationship, and if you ever think that you are in danger of being hurt by the person that you are in a relationship, you need to call someone and get out as quickly as possible. This doesn't make any sense, guys. So this is Tessa.
You don't deserve any more of my time. You don't deserve for me to even speak to you or those nice people in there to spend their time setting up this dinner to have you ruin it. That's what you do. You ruin things. And I'm done being one of those things.
So she basically made him go to this dinner and then gets upset that he got upset. What? One more.
You like rejection, don't you? That's why you keep coming around me, isn't it?
Pretty much every single time that she gets mad and storms off, he follows her. What? I don't understand. I don't fucking get it. Alright, so that was my brief kind of flip through of the tabbed pages that I had that I was just what the fuck about, and we're just gonna keep moving on basically. Wait, hold up. So going off of the characters, let's break this book down a little bit more. The writing itself is fucking terrible. There is absolutely no technical ability in this book itself. I don't know if maybe she gets better along the way, but this specific book, it's all telling, not showing. There's absolutely no descriptions of what things look like. There's just a lot of references to like somebody's pink hair and somebody's tattoos, and the writing itself is very disconnected for the time this was written in, because I'm assuming this was written in 2012, and Tessa refers to someone who dresses up like a punk as a gothic with a capital G, and that just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't feel like it's just aged badly. It just feels like there was no clear understanding of how A, teenagers talk, and B, how books should be written that went into writing this book. Just saying. And then let's go ahead and talk about the sex scenes, because we just have to. The sex scenes could have been good if this book had been good. Tessa comes to college as a virgin, and she has not had any sexual experiences other than kissing her definitely not closeted boyfriend. And when she sees Hardin, sparks fly. Basically, hormones go off and they have to rip each other's clothes off. So it's teenagers being teenagers. It kind of just makes sense. But the way that Hardin and, I'm sorry, it just sounds like hard on to me, and it's a Freudian slip that I don't know is intentional or not, but it just freaks me the fuck out. So basically, Tessa describes her vagina as down there, and I kind of lost it a little bit. I was like, down there, down there, down there? Why don't you just call it down under and get Jay Kristoff to write this sex scene, because fuck my life. And she also immediately loses her mind after having sex with him for the first time. She like has a very emotional reaction to it, and they're also fighting the same night. Like, it's very serial, this story. There's always a fight. There's always a sort of makeup, and then they're making out, and then they fight again, and then they make out, and then they fight again. And it's so predictable that I knew there was going to be something that was just so fucking disgusting at the end of the book, and it was disgusting. It's absolutely vehemently awful personally. But yeah, so Tessa sleeps with Hardin for the first time, and then I don't know about you guys, but being emotional after round 1, I'm not ready for round 2 to be in my like place of work. I just think Tessa's into some kinky shit that she wasn't aware of, and we get to see that real quick. Like, honestly, I think Hardin must have, like, magic fruit dick, like Carl from that other book that I ranted about. But she just goes fucking crazy for it, and I just don't understand. So what I did was I was trying to understand why this book is so popular. So I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole of some Goodreads reviews, 5-star Goodreads reviews, and I wanted to kind of share my findings with you guys. So let's go ahead and take a look at those now. Fuck my life. God damn it. So the first one I found was this one, which I really can't make funnier, so I'm gonna just drop it like she dropped the abuse scene in November 9. So basically what I was trying to do when I was looking at those reviews was figure out if there was a reason why, like, I didn't enjoy After and maybe other people did. And I was thinking maybe it's because I wasn't really a huge One Direction fan when this was coming out. Like, I liked them for their, like, first few songs, and then I promptly lost interest once they became, like, this huge thing, because that's kind of what I do. If it gets popular, I don't want to be a part of it. So I was just, like, trying to figure out the concepts of why this book is so popular. So if you guys want to explain to me why this book is so popular, that would be interesting. So I was still looking, and then I found this review, and apparently you do not have to be a One Direction fan to love this book. So that was not the case. I don't hate One Direction. I like Harry Styles' music-ish, but I still don't get it. So I was like, I must continue reading. And then this review says to not, like, review this book until after you've already read all of them, and hell to the fuck nah on that. And then this one, I agree with everything, but I think that my agreement is different from hers because this book gave me heartburn, not heartache. So yeah. I did a little bit of research, but in all honesty, I lost interest quite quickly because I don't find abuse sexy. So I did not want to continue reading the 5-star reviews, and I just want to leave you guys with this. Please be safe in a relationship. Please know that you are worth every second of your time, and if anyone is with you who is making you feel like you're not worth every second of your time, you might not want to be with that person anymore. I think that the movie and this book are hot, sweaty, ballsack garbage. So take it as you will. I'm just some random person on the internet, so if you are mad about that, that sucks. But I think I'm just gonna end the video now, so, because obviously this lighting is not working anymore, but thanks for watching. I'm gonna go now. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff, bye!